Joe Zikas. I've just turned east on Kenilworth Avenue off of Hunter in an area that's known as Kenilworth Gardens. Kenilworth Gardens is in Wilmette, west of Ridge, running generally west to Hunter, a couple blocks north of the lake, up through 1 block north of Kenilworth Avenue, till it butts into Winnetka. This area is very popular with young families, and you'll frequently see tons of kids out on the street out here, depending on the time of day. Homes in here tend to follow a center entrance pattern. They're 3 bedrooms, mostly 4 bedrooms, 2, 2.5, 3 baths. And when they resell, they're almost all in the $800,000 to $1.2 million price range. Ahead of me are little girls on their bikes, and just past some kids with their dogs, and these are typical street scenes along here. There's a nice tree canopy. Coming up toward Ridge Avenue. Almost across the street is going to be Kenilworth itself. Just a block or two down the street is the Treasure Island Food Mart. Just turned off of Ridge onto Beechwood in Kenilworth Gardens, heading west on Beechwood. Some of the tons of kids that you find in this area out playing. Great tree canopy crossing 21st Street. These are super starter homes for a lot of young couples moving up to Wilmette. Most of them coming out of the city. Many of them coming back to Wilmette where they grew up. It's a 2-car garage, and most of the homes in Kenilworth are only going to have a single-car garage, as you can see. But there's plenty of street parking in the driveways. Now turning south onto Hunter Road off of Beechwood. Crossing Kenilworth Avenue, which we drove down earlier. We're going to turn east onto Chestnut. Setbacks along Chestnut are a little bit deeper. It's a little more open street. very large trees. And a dramatic tree canopy in parts of Chestnut here. Again, this stretch, which was a 50s, 60s subdivision, is known as Kenilworth Gardens, but it's in Wilmette, not in Kenilworth. This was part of what was once Grosse Pointe Village, which was an independent town that merged with the village of Wilmette sometime back in the 20s, I believe, after it had gone bankrupt. The story goes that it went bankrupt when temperance groups and finally Prohibition killed off the taverns that supplied most of the town's tax revenue from liquor licenses. Now turning south onto Ridge Road. And I'm heading west on Thornwood. Follow Thornwood out, it will take you to the beautiful Thornwood Park, where if you do wind up living here, your sons or daughters are going to wind up little leaguing it at some point during their career, most likely. Again, most of the homes you're looking at here are going to fall into the 800,000 to $1.2 million range. Some variation above and below that, but the variation tends to be more above that than below it. Tons of kids on the opposite side of the street. Old style bungalow.